Welcome to the Wednesday, January 29th meeting of the Selectboard at 6 p.m. We have 4 of us here, which is a lot better than 2 from last week. We apologize for that. The only announcement I'm going to make, I had a few thoughts, but I am going to thank Gwen Miller, who has she has let us know that she wanted to leave and has successfully worked that out. We have a replacement in Eamon Coughlin, who came from Adams, who Jay knows well. He's been downstairs getting that department up to speed, and Gwen will be leaving us, if not already. Well, I guess the celebration for her tomorrow. She's done a lot for the town, and she's leaving to be around her young children more. So I wanted to thank her, and that's really my only announcement.
Yeah, I'd just like to add to that, having been on the Affordable Housing Trust for the last 10 years, she's been an invaluable resource to us. The planning board, the ZBA, all of our land use issues. Gwen has been a terrific addition to our staff, and we'll miss her. And we're just really psyched to have Eamon join the team, and we wish him all the best as well.
I'll just add one thing about Gwen. I've worked with her for how long she's been here, 10, 12 years, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's always a great person to work with, very, she's prepared all the time, knows her business, and she's leaving for all the right reasons. And I just want to spend more time with her family, so I just want to wish her the best. Thank you for all you've done over the years.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And she made sure that she would overlap with Eamon, so that worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been working together over the last couple of days in transition.
All right. So we have a couple of minutes. I'd like a motion to approve, please.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. We do have to make one correction on the minutes, though.
Let's start with that.
Are we on the, which one was it, Mary?
It was January 17th.
January 17th. We have Mary Beth was present, but she was not present, and we have Neil as not being here, but he was here. So can you make those corrections in the minutes?
One.
So I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of January 8th first.
Second?
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And the corrected or amended minutes of January 17th.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, covered minutes. Does anybody here wish to speak in citizens open forum, or are you all here for the hearings that we have? Okay. So, and I failed to mention this, I should have done at the start of the meeting, we're being recorded by CTSB. Are you live, Diego? Live. And I believe that's the only recording. My apologies there. Let's move on to the consent agenda, Ed, please.
Okay, the only one thing on the consent agenda is a common victualer's license request. Amazing Foe is seeking a common victualer's license for their establishment located at 489 Pittsfield Road. All appropriate departments have signed off on this, and the owners will be present. Are the owners here? If we have any questions, so why don't you step up and just introduce yourselves, and
Hi.
you step right up to the mic. Just,
Don't be shy. We're
say your name. And we're giving you some free advertising here. So.
That's right.
Definitely. My name is Iris. I'm his wife. That's my husband Ken. And we gonna open Amazing Food, the Vietnamese restaurant in Lenox town. And I don't know what she said.
It's in the center by the Market 32.
Right.
And near Car Hardware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between the middle. Yes. And alright.
Don't worry, we don't want to put you on the spot.
Alright.
Okay.
So hope people in the town will like get our food when we open. So yeah.
When do you think that will be?
So we already make appointment with health department tomorrow. After they pass us, we will get prepared everything. Probably around February 9th. Around that time, yeah. We need a little bit more time too. get everything ready.
What kind of hours are you looking at?
So we open 11 a.m. and to 9 p.m.
Till 9?
Nine.
11 to 9?
11 to 9, yes.
And what days of the week?
7 days a week.
7 days a week?
7 days a
Okay,
week,
wow,
yes.
good for you.
Excellent. Oh, this is.
Don't burn yourself out.
We work hard.
Yeah.
And pho is a great warming dish, and
Yes, it
I'm
is.
very excited to try it. I have a daughter in Austin, Texas, and she introduced me to pho for the first time.
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have a lot of folk restaurant in Texas, every 5 or 6 miles everywhere. And when I show up here, there's not much folk, like none. So when I want it, I have to go to either Albany or Springfield. That's too far for me. It means the hour drive is not far, but I want to step out my house. It's the restaurant around me. So I say, why not? We have experience work at the folk restaurant before, the Vietnamese restaurant before. He since high school, he part-time in the Vietnamese restaurant. And the way he cook and learn from the chef over there, we've been proved by, we are Chinese, but the way we cook and the recipe, everything, we've been proved by the Vietnamese chef. So, we're not just doing original, we add some our own recipe, we add our own idea, so make it taste better and better. So I hope people will like it.
We're very excited. It's
Yes.
great to have something new added to the culinary assortments that we have here in Lenox, and I think you guys will be very successful. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Okay, thank you. So I'll make a motion, we approve a common vic license for Amazing Pho at 49 Pittsfield Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, thanks for coming and good luck.
Yes,
to you
good luck.
folks.
So I have a couple menus, you guys want to take a look first before we
I
open?
actually took one last week when we weren't able to meet. I have it on my-
Okay.
on
Anything
my-
else you
Yeah.
my
want?
kitchen
That'd
office.
be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, under general business, we're catching
I'll
up
pass it on, Terry.
from,
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks, good luck.
again with apologies, we're catching up on what we should have been able to do last week. We're going to start with a public hearing for the transfer of an all-alcohol hotel license by Ivy Way Hospitality LLC. Doing business is the Cornell Inn, Aryan Manudi, manager for the premises located at 203 Main Street. Should we do the,
It's a public hearing, so.
and we don't need a public hearing for the license, hold.
No, the next one, we don't need a public
Okay,
hearing.
so
but this
first we need a motion to open the public hearing.
Well, we need to read the notice first. So I'll read the notice that was in the newspaper. Notice is hereby given that a hearing will be held by the Selectboard in their capacity as licensing board on an application for the transfer of an annual all-alcoholic hotel license, which has been filed with the local licensing board by Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC, doing business as the Cornell Inn for premises located at 203 Main Street, Lenox, and consisting of the common areas, rooms, decks, porches, fire pits, and balconies in the 3 buildings of the Cornell Inn. The main house is dining, reception, pub, and 3 rooms on ground floor, 7 rooms on second floor, 5,520 square feet, carriage house, 4 rooms on ground floor, 4 rooms on second floor, 2,912 square feet, and the Kimball House, 5 rooms on ground floor, 5 rooms on second floor, 2,951 square feet. The board will act on said application on Wednesday, well, this is the way it was written, January 22nd, at 6 p.m. in a Select Board's meeting room, Town Hall Building, Lenox, Mass. Of course, we didn't have a quorum last week, so we're doing it as quick as we can, because we know that the people need to get moving. So with that, I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we have the public hearing open. Hi, do you have something that you'd like to present? I
Yes,
presume.
for the record, my name is Lori Robbins. We represent the applicant. And when we filed this application for the town licenses, innkeeper and liquor license, we also filed the application for the transfer of the liquor license. We filed a $50 filing fee, but I was informed this past Monday that we need a separate filing fee for both of the license, for the town licenses. So I have that check. I'm not sure if I want to give it to you. Okay, with that. And I spoke to Deanna about this, and I have a letter that indicates that I was so informed, and also originally this town application had the name of the proposed owner of the real estate, and I have corrected it to reflect the applicant who is going to be the owner of the business, Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC. So that's to pay the check that's due. Now, with regard to the transfer of the liquor license, we have Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC that was formed in Massachusetts to operate the business. Arian Mahmoudi, he's of Florida. He will be moving here. This will be his primary residence. He will be the manager and on-site owner. They have already formed the entity Lenox Hotel Venture LLC. Arian is the manager of both of those entities, and we have filed a subsequent fully executed lease with you last week between those two entities. They will be carrying on the same business, Cornell Inn, keeping all the same employees, doing the same type of business, and they would like their hours of operation to remain the same. I believe the current license allows Sunday sales from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and regular weekday hours of operation 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. So those are the same hours we would request for this transfer. We also, Arian just received the TIPS certification, so I'm going to file that with you as well. And they are under contract to purchase the real estate. Scheduled closing was February 28th. We moved up to February 24th. The lease agreement that we filed with you begins March 1st. Hopefully they will be up and running by March 1st. But they will not be selling alcohol until the ABCC approves this license. So it's a quiet time of the year, so that will be fine. Any other questions? We'd ask you to approve the transfer of the liquor license from the current holder, which is Cornell Inn Management LLC, to Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC.
I don't have any questions.
Everything seems to be in order.
Yeah, we've gotten a fair amount of information on this.
Yeah.
So I think first we'll close the public hearing.
Close the public hearing. I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And then could I have a motion to approve this transfer?
Lori, you can just help me with this. I make a motion that we approve the transfer from Ivy Wave, correct?
No, it's from Cornell Inn Management LLC.
From Cornell
to
Inn Management.
Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC.
Okay, thanks for correcting that. So that would be the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, to the extent that we're correcting things, what I read under general business was slightly incorrect, because it did sound like from Ivy to Cornell, and it's the other way around.
Yeah.
We're, the paperwork obviously is going to correct that.
And you're on camera saying it, so
There you go.
it is correct.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing we have is an inn holder's license. Ivy Wave Hospitality LLC, doing business as the Cornell Inn, is seeking an inn holder's license, and all the paperwork is in order?
Yes, this is the same establishment and just separate from the all alcohol. This is the in-holder license.
Exactly.
So I think
And we don't need a public hearing for that or anything, so I'll make a motion that we grant Ivy Wave Hospitality their inn holder's license.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I thank you for that. So I think that concludes.
And if I could give my big cheer to Gwen Miller as well. She's been wonderful for parties, private parties, not private parties, the public the public. And as an attorney who is representing different people who have zoning issues, she has been a wealth of information, and I'm going to miss her so. So, thank you for all your years of service.
Thank you, Lori, appreciate it.
Thanks, Lori.
All right, the next item on our agenda will require a public hearing as well.
Do we have,
I don't think we have an
we don't have the
advertisement.
advertisement, and neither, I got last week's here also, we don't have it there.
Well, you might be able to read this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, it's the best we can do if we don't have the exact language.
So as a form of announcement, do you want me to read this?
Yeah.
Okay. As a form of announcement, we're required to hold a public hearing. We're holding that hearing today, January 29th, in the Select Board's office to hear a request from National. Oops, try that. Oh, maybe we have something.
The whole thing,
All right. Erase those words, please. So, to the Board of Selectmen, Lenox, Mass, respectfully, the entity, I guess, respectfully represents the Mass Electric Company doing business as National Grid of North Andover, Massachusetts, that it desires to construct a line of underground electric conduits, including the necessary sustaining and protecting fixtures under and across the public way or ways here named. Wherefore, it prays that after due notice and hearing is provided by law, it be granted permission to excavate the public highways and to run and maintain underground electric conduits, together with such sustaining protective fixtures as it finds necessary, for transmission of electricity, said underground conduits to be located substantially in accordance with the plan filed herewith marked Sunset Avenue, Lenox, Mass. The following are the streets and highways referred to: WR number 310-80260. Sunset Avenue, install underground utilities on Sunset Ave beginning at a point approximately 686 feet easterly of the center line of the intersection of Sunset Ave and Main Street, installing a handhole on the same side of the property as number 25 Sunset Avenue for service in Lenox, Mass. And there's a map or a plan attached which is being referred to.
I have a current one with color. She has one.
I do know the location.
Okay.
I think it's important, as we got clipped on this before, it's definitely underground utilities, correct?
Yeah. And it's just, why we're going through town petition for this is because we need, the house is on the far side from where the handhole is at.
May I ask you to hold up? Because I need to read that,
I'm
so
sorry.
we're just going to open the hearing to make this official first.
can I make a motion, we open the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry to interrupt, I wanted to
Why don't
follow
you stand up at
procedure.
the mic, okay? Because they got to hear it at home.
Hi, I'm with National Grid. I'm down with the engineer. Just here to answer any questions. Yeah, so there's a handhole on the far side of the road, and we just need to get a handhole under. We have to get our civil company to dig under the road and set a handhole to the close onto the customer side of the road, so they can connect their service. Because for their underground service, they can't trench under a public road to connect to a handhole. So that's why we need as a utility company, set a handhole on their side of the road for them to run a new service too. So we're just here for any questions.
I can give context if you want after why we're doing this.
If you feel like it, sure.
I'm 25, David Reese, 25 Sunset Avenue, so we're doing a solar installation. It's already actually ready to go, so this is kind of the next step. We're doing an upgrade to 200 amp service. So this is kind of needed in order to get the 200 amp service and get the solar into play. So that's why I kind of started all this.
Completely understood, it's all just working.
Answer that and understand it's a lot of moving parts,
Yes.
different people involved.
Exactly.
That first phone call you get always makes it sound super simple, doesn't it?
Right.
Anyway, any commentary or questions for
No,
the applicants?
Just a note that DPW, Billy got,
Yeah, he
has signed
reviewed
off and everything, so everything's fine.
And you'll love the fact that you don't have an interruption in your electricity service once you have solar, if you have a battery backup in your house. It's wonderful.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll make a motion
yes,
to close the public hearing.
Second.
all in favor?
All right. So I'll make a motion to grant National Grid permission to install underground facilities at Sunset Avenue,
Second.
as stated. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thumbs up, approved.
Great.
Okay, we're on.
We're almost ready.
Oh, so,
It's great.
Right now, so,
it's disruptive, and,
Yes.
and that whole experience of Andy's.
yes. So we just want 20 days to determine that.
Well, good luck with everything.
So,
The,
Do you want me to shut that door?
I think we're okay, we have a short, minor thing, so, the last motion, the last item on our general agenda here is to authorize the board chair or vice chair to release executive minutes. The context here is there was a properly submitted request for old records, primarily executive session minutes, submitted by a member of the media. That person had been very understanding that we had some transitions from last year to this year, and submitted his request to act as a placeholder. In the meantime, now that we have Jay on board full-time and he's been able to research this in discussion with Ed, there is a provision, I guess, in the Mass General Law that we can authorize either myself currently or Ed currently, and then whoever succeeds us as chair or vice chair to review and release those minutes. That's not a need to circumvent that I have a conflict of interest on this particular subject, but it does allow us to respond to this request. And I guess that's all I'll say. I think you have language, or I have it from last week. I have what the motion was.
Yeah, Jake, maybe help me.
You need it, you want to have it? Simple. It's really a housekeeping provision.
Yes.
So, folks at home understand, it's really a housekeeping provision so that anytime that there's a records request that comes in for executive session minutes, this just allows a pretty quick review of them so that the chair and vice chair can make a determination if the reasons for the executive session are still present, then generally the minutes can't be released. But the chair and vice chair need to make that assessment. So rather than bringing it forward, waiting to put it on an agenda, have a full-blown conversation about it, the open meeting law allows the chairman and the vice chairman to make that immediate determination. Is the reasons for the executive session still relevant? They could be something as innocuous as a collective bargaining agreement that occurred maybe a year ago or so they wouldn't be a type of a hiring personnel or some type of a litigation matter that may be closed. So it just expedites the release of those records when these things come up. They don't always come up, but it's good just to have that on the books and allows the chairman to make a review and allows it to be done without having to wait for an agenda item and wait for the next meeting, et cetera.
So we will make a motion to have us release the minutes. When would we actually do that?
So tonight with the motion, the board will authorize one or both of you, whoever is in the seats of chair or vice chair, to do that. As soon as the board votes to do that, you can immediately release those minutes upon review, as long as you make a
Upon
determination.
review.
Yep.
So
You
we'll
review
sit
them.
and review them. The whole board doesn't review it, it's
That's
just...
correct.
Okay.
If the board reviewed them, we'd have to have it on the formal agenda. And then you all look at them ahead of time and you all vote to release. In this situation, all the chairman or the vice chairman has to do is come in, review the minutes, check with town council, check with the town manager, and then can just automatically release them.
Gotcha.
Yes, your motion gives us that, enables us to do that, and in this actual case, it'll be you, since
It'll be me.
I won't participate in this particular request, but
Okay, so I move to authorize the chair or vice chair of the select board to review executive session minutes periodically and to determine if those minutes may be released.
Can I ask one question about this? I'm sorry. What executive session, are we dealing with specific dates of executive sessions?
No, not in this situation.
Okay.
So it could be anything. So if
Gotcha.
tomorrow we received another public records request for a set of executive session minutes that had nothing to do with Mr. Shine's request, the process would still hold.
Okay,
So this is a more global procedural
thank you,
and make us a little bit more responsive to public records requests when they come in.
thank you.
Oh, so we can just simply move on now.
Essentially, this is a global vote that will always pertain unless the board wishes to do otherwise, anytime we get an executive. And by right, periodically, you should be reviewing the executive session minutes and release them. Municipalities generally don't unless someone requests them, but it allows us to do that. If Deanna wanted to, oh, this past year we had 3 executive sessions, the chairman can come in, look at them, there's no reason to hold them back anymore and release them. So it's really a housekeeping function.
Great, thank you for that.
And having also looked a lot into this, it's incumbent upon whoever sits in the chair or vice chair's seat. We're not just rubber stamping it because we have a request. It's going to be the ocean. I practiced that riff a lot as a kid. Sorry.
So you get that reaction.
So in this case, what this changes somewhat, I think, is that the person making the request is requesting, there's some specificity to what they're requesting, and whoever sits in these 2 seats, which we rotate every year, will have to make a judgment in discussion with town manager or town council. Does it make sense? I think they're fine, or do we need to reach out to other parties involved and get their blessing or not? In this case, I think that's covered, but
Thank you.
to your question, it's not just we're saying, oh, Ed can say yes, go ahead and, fire him out the door. He's gonna have to actually look at them and
Right.
be aware of what was done.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so we've got the motion.
So I'm waiting for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Mr. Shine, I'll be on this tomorrow, the next day, to get it done.
Appreciate that. Okay, so this is also different for the public. Because we met last week and could not convene a quorum, we're not meeting as regularly scheduled next week, which was the 5th. Our next regularly scheduled meeting has been pushed to the 12th, and I presume until we get down to town meeting prep, we'll be on a 2-week basis, starting with the 12th. Hopefully back to regular 2-week meetings. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.